How's it going? I'm Ryan, and today I'm going to go over the one trade that I took on SPY. I took calls, ended up being around 28% return, so ended the week with a winning trade. Before we get into that, we're looking at the daily time frame here on SPY. We got a few levels. I probably am actually just going to dive into maybe like the 4 hour, so we can take a look at some that were relevant. We came all the way down to this 464.6 in the pre-market and bounced from there and kind of rallied to the upside. So pretty bullish right from the start. A few levels I was watching were yesterday's low of day, which is this red level. We have this 467.5, 468.4-ish, 469.25, and 470.5. So those are the levels that came into play today. You can kind of see almost the top right at that level here. Kind of the same area that we were rejecting the previous 2 days as well. So we'll take a look. We'll dive into the 5 minute and take a look at what I was watching, why I took the trade that I did, etc. So right off the bat, like I said, in the pre-market, we kind of found a bottom here and started to show a lot of strength. In the morning, we're kind of finding our range a little bit between these two levels here. Still looking pretty bullish, making higher highs, higher lows. We had news come out at 8. You see the response, so not trading any time in here, waiting for that news to come out before taking a trade. Massive rip up, and continued to set a new high on the second 5 minute candle after that news came out. We did have a bit of a pullback into this level, this 469.25, and that is where I entered calls. So I entered calls here. I took profit when we pushed up to 470, and I had 2 calls, 470, same day expiration. I took them once we held this level. I'll also throw on the EMA just so we can see that for reference, because I do have that on my 5 minute chart when I'm trading, and I think it does play a part here. So while we didn't quite test the EMA, we were coming down close to it, and we we're holding this level as well. So the level being there, the EMA being there, and then I'm actually going to remove this real quick, and we'll look at the 2 minute, because the 2 minute was also crucial in my confidence on this trade. So we had made that high. We had pulled back, and what I noticed was this selling volume going down. The volume is going down. The candle bodies got smaller at this support. We had a hammer, and I entered on this candle here. So once I saw that selling pressure dying off, coming down into this level, holding it, having the EMA, kind of right below us in this area around 469 or 469.1. Gave me some confidence. I had a level there. We had the EMA there. We were in an uptrend. We had a ton of bullish momentum. Look at the volume coming in on these green candles as opposed to the red. So uptrend, bullish momentum, a lot of volume on buying, declining volume on the selling, holding a level. That's what gave me the confidence. So I was looking at the 5 minute and the holding of the EMA. I was looking at the 2 minute. And the volume decreasing and the holding of this level, and that's what gave me the confidence. So where did I sell? I had 2 contracts here, like I said, 470. I sold one right up in here. So I did pretty much catch the top of this move, and I was up, about 28% is what I got. So I sold one contract here, set my remaining contract to break even, and this move down actually stopped me out. So we did have kind of a continuous decline in volume on this push up, which was a little concerning to me. And then we had increasing volume on this selling. Now, if I look strictly at technical analysis, this shouldn't have stopped me out. You can see that we didn't make any lower lows. We still held this level. Once we came down, flipped the script and just went right back up, kind of going to test that high a day. So my initial plan was to cut one at 470, just target that whole number, and then leave a runner and target the high a day. So had I done that, it would have worked out pretty prime. This played out a little later in the day than I was trading. I'm usually off by 8:40 or so. So I did not see this play out, and like I said, I set my runner to break even, and this move down stopped me out. Let's talk about that. So I think it's good risk management to set your runners to break even once you've taken profit, especially in this position. I almost had 30% return when I took my first contract off. That's a pretty good return. And so at that point, leaving potential for a loss, like not setting my stop loss on my runner to break even. And if we did reverse here, say we had our high here and we come up and set a lower high here and reverse and come down. If I took a loss in here, I'd feel pretty stupid because I had a 28% win, and I had one runner. And to allow that to cut into my profit, cut into what is a good trade, a 30% return or just about is an excellent trade. I'll take that any day of the week. So that is something that that I think is a result of using same-day expiration. They move well in your direction, but once it starts moving against you, they also move well, or they move well when it's going in your direction. But they also work against you really fast as well. So went from being up 28% to break even in one candle here, and we didn't even get close to my entry. So that just speaks to the kind of the volatile nature of same-day expiration, and that's, I guess, the benefit and the curse. It's a double-edged sword, so you can get really good returns and a quick move off of them. But if you get a reversal, you can see your premium get drained really fast. So I do believe with my current sizing, my position sizing, I'm usually trading one or two contracts. I think I might have to adjust my trading philosophy a little bit. Usually I'm taking one contract off and leaving a runner. And that runner is often set to break even. But what often happens is we have a pullback and I get stopped out before that move continues. And so I think a couple things here. I could approach this as, I would have been happy taking both contracts off right here, even though we did move up, even though I'm sure those contracts moved real nice, even though technical analysis says don't get out, we're still holding this level. We're still forming higher highs. We're still looking bullish. Taking two contracts at 28% right here, that's a great win for me. So, in hindsight, I wish I sold both at this level, but I did not. And I left a runner because we were looking bullish, and I felt that we could, see previous high pretty easy. With that being said, another approach I could take is to trade further out expirations so that they're not as volatile. So in a pullback like this, it wouldn't stop me out at break even. That's another opportunity or option. I just got caught up on my words there. That's another option for me as well, is to trade an expiration that's a little further out, so that volatility, that little pullback here doesn't stop me out, and I am able to capture this run. So those are two things I'll kind of consider. I think right now I do have a very small account, and that's why I trade 1 to 2 same-day expiration options, because it works with my account size. That being said, though, I think I might need to adjust kind of the way that I take profits and the way that I manage my position, just due to the volatile nature of those options. Of course, had I taken both off here and then we ran up and, tested this level up here, and those options went from 28% to say 100%, or 80% or whatever they would have been, of course that would also incur some FOMO and me thinking, well, maybe I should leave a runner. I think at this point, just trading 1 or 2 options, it's not necessarily enough. What do I want to say here? Not a lot of flexibility for leaving runners. So I think another option for me as well is to size up, start trading, 3 or 4 options, take 2 or 3 off up here, leave 1 as a runner. And that way, even if that runner gets stopped out at break even, I still got a pretty decent chunk of my trade at that 30% or whatever it may be. So that's just kind of more for myself, but also thinking out loud that, this could have worked really well. And the trade idea did work. Take 1 off around 470, take another at the high a day. That would have been an excellent trade. Nonetheless, I am happy with a win to end the week. I feel like my execution was pretty solid. I waited for confirmation. I had confirmation on multiple time frames. I had confirmation from volume, from the EMA, from a level. price action, pretty much everything. You know, my stop was if we broke below here, or, you know, I probably would have given myself a little bit more wiggle room. I was really targeting that EMA, which was somewhere in here. If we broke below that, that would have been my stop. Nonetheless, we ended up with a winner, and it didn't take too long for that trade to play out. That is the only trade I took on the day. You can see this was pretty much the high of day. We had a little bit of a double top here, didn't we? And reversed. So kind of see how some of these levels play out. You know, we held this level, came up, almost tested this level up here, but not quite. Formed double top, came down, kind of sold our way back down into this level, found some temporary support here. Came down, almost tested that low of yesterday, back up into this area. We kind of just chopped around from there. Yeah, that's all I got. That was the trade that I took. Worked out. Happy to end the week green. Happy to end the week green overall. A winning trade today actually brought me into the positive for the first week back, the first week of 2024 trading for me. So pretty stoked on that. And that's all I got for you. I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. I do trade live every Monday through Friday. If you want to stop by and say what's up, I'd love to have you. Please do so. And yeah, that's all. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Appreciate you watching. Have a good one.